Greetings, train fans. Welcome back to Other Side of the Tracks. I'm Chris. We have here behind me a box that I showed recently from a train show here in town, hosted by my TCA local chapter, the San Antonio chapter of the Lone Star Division here in Texas. So, of course, I got very excited when I saw Menards building there, and, well, I had to grab it. So it's the Wally's service station, which is a gas station. Menards has done a few gas stations over the years. However, as of filming of this video, I haven't shown any yet on the channel. So we're going to go ahead and remedy that. So according to my spies, over the years, Menards has done no less than 6 various gas stations. The original was simply a rebadging of a woodland scenic structure, and they just changed out the name on it and put Menards gas station. And then, of course, they eventually went solo and came out with this Wally's service station behind me. Then Menards came out with a series of 3 different building flats. So structures that weren't whole buildings, just the front facade. So they would neatly fit in tight places for small layouts or against a wall behind some rails. So those are really neat lines that they came out with. They just used the same molds over and over and cranked out these different models. One was the Sinclair Oil gas station. You had Dave's Garage and Ray's Records. Dave's Garage was themed to the Quaker Oil and Dave's Records Texaco. And now, at the filming of this video, station number 6 is a full Texaco gas station. Not a flat, but a full station. So, if you want to get yourself a gas station from Menards, you can go ahead and run down to one of their stores or go to the website, menards.com, and get one of those Texaco stations, which are currently available. Now, like all buildings, their Menards are limited editions, so they make them once, and then they're done. So if you see something you like, go ahead and grab it, because then it'll be gone. Here we see the shipper box of the Wally's service station, including some of its accessories included and details. We have the gas pumps, 3 hand-painted figures, various other items and details. Always have Jack the German Shepherd. All Menards buildings do not come with the power supply. You have to have a 4.5 volt power source, and you can also purchase those from Menards. In the box here, you see that they made 1,200 of these Wally's gas stations. So these sold out years ago, but they still do pop up from time to time on eBay and train boards, trains.com, etc. This particular Menards building I purchased at the train show from a gentleman down from the Dallas-Fort Worth area who was downsizing from O scale to HO because he just didn't have the room. So he had removed this gas station from the shipper box to look at it, but it was never actually used on the layout. For all intents and purposes, it's brand new. And we can see here now on the plastic shell casing, it's never been removed from this packaging as the original staples are here in place. The notorious staples from Menards. Always a pleasure to remove them. Now, I did plug this in when I got home from the train show just to make sure that it illuminated in case I had to run back to the train show and give it back to the gentleman I sold it from. But it seemed to work just fine. Got a nice port in the back here for power, and ta-da! Illuminates, and the shell emblem rotates. We'll go ahead and take it out of the clamshell packaging here so we can give this building a closer look. Well, we got those staples out of the way, and before I go ahead and remove it, we'll just take a real quick look here at the packaging. It does have some comments here on the side. Building dimensions, 9.5 inches in width by 15 length, 7.5 inches in height. So 9.5 by 15, so it is a pretty wide building. So if you want to get one of these, you got to have that space on your layout. On the front here, Wally's service station. Limited edition, as mentioned. Over 30 LED lights. Animated shell sign. 3 figures, of course. Same comments there. Finely detailed gas pumps with pre-lit globes. Figures include 3 O-scale. Really talk about the figures here. Vintage signage on all sides. Includes a Pepsi machine, tires, and more. So, we will see. All right, here we have it in its full glory. Now, this building does not come with any vehicles. A lot of the more modern, recently released buildings from Menards do have at least one vehicle included. Sometimes those have pre-lit lights. And a lot of their buildings, they also will release a vehicle, a service truck, or something themed to that building. So I do know for the Wally service station, they have at least one service truck out there that does have a 4.5 volt power cord on it for illuminating the lights on it. I do maybe have one of those on order to go with this station. Well, let's go ahead and check out the details. We got this standard flat roof that they put on a lot of their buildings with this detail here for the AC ducting. One of the nicest features is that huge rotating shell sign on top of the, I guess, the service office area. The sign itself does not have any interior illumination, but there are LED lights going all around this circle area, which will shine some light on that sign. Here you can see those 8 separate LED lights specifically to give illumination to that rotating sign. Okay, just by one glance, you can tell that this is a more old school service station with that art deco themed, sometime in the 30s, 40s, or 50s or whatnot. You have some nice curves here around the signage on the left and right side here with the shell sign, and this nice curved raised circle here above the office area. All right, we do have 2 separate islands of 3 gas pumps apiece. And here we have those plastic globes, which are lit with 1 LED light per globe. And just, of course, Shell gasoline. And if one looks really close, there's some pricing here on the pumps. It's really small. I don't know if I'll be able to get it with this camera. It looks like it's saying a price of 18 and 9/10 cents per gallon. That 12.4 gallons were pumped. Total bill was a whopping $2.34. Ouch. And immediately next to the gas pumps, we do have a rack of oil cans and this plastic stand. Maybe that's for airing up the tires. Of course, you have to remember, back in the day, gas stations were full service. You roll up, they check your engine, top off your oil, inflate your tires, they pump your gas for you. You don't get out of the car. Yeah, now it's it's a little bit different these days. But yeah, those are cool details there. All right, so starting left, we have, of course, here this nice sign. We have an oil can, some old tires right next to the tire service bay. There are 2 different service bays with blacked out windows. You got some kind of a hand truck, 55-gallon drum for oil. That makes sense. Right by the lubrication bay. We have a door to the office, one of our 3 hand-painted figures. And there's our Pepsi Cola machine. It seems to say 10 cents per soda bottle. That's pretty cool. I should mention we do have on this faux concrete parking area a lot of distressed cracks to give it some additional detail and really make it look old and vintage. I think I got a little hot glue strip running here from the 55-gallon drum over to here. And this little fascia piece looks like it may be popping off slightly just because this building curves out. So I think it's pulled slightly from the building. Not too bad at all. Most importantly, we have Jack the German Shepherd, the true mascot of Menards, and featured in just about every single product that they've released here in O-Scale. All right, we do have the office with 5 window areas, all blacked out. Inside there is going to be the electronics somewhere for the building, and motor for the sign turning there. So no detailed interior, but there's a lot going on the outside, so That's certainly not a problem. We have our other two figures over here. Looks like they're talking to each other, but from a distance. I really like this little round portal window. That's pretty cool. We got some really cool trash cans, some additional old tires here next to the other shell curve sign. And notice we have the restroom sign here for that door there. Maybe these guys trying to figure out who has the key for the restroom. And of course, the other island with our 3 additional gas pumps. And like the other island, we have those gas cans and area for the air hose or whatnot. So pretty cool looking building. Looking at the back side, they went ahead and bothered to put a door here, which is nice. So if it's not up against a wall, if it's kind of out in the middle of your layout, you will be able to see that detail. And these really nice vintage signs. This really old looking shell sign. It's kind of weathered. Serves with a smile. That's weathered. And a nice, very vintage Pepsi Cola advertisement. A big okay from USA. Cool. And here is the fourth side of the building. They do have some windows here, also blacked out, and a very vintage and weathered Pennzoil sign. Of course, Pennsylvania, where we first struck oil here in the US of A. And another old, classic, weathered shell sign. So we got the old school, weathered, classic signs on the outside. And on the inside, the nice, shiny, more modern signage, or at least as of the the era that this building represents. Like many Menards buildings, in addition to having that 4.5 volt port on the back of the building, there is a pigtail on the bottom, so you can go ahead and drill a hole through your layout, have this wired underneath, and see no wires coming out of it on either side, which is a very nice feature that they include. I definitely love with Menards how it's pre-built, ready to go, it's illuminated, it's painted, out of the box, 100%, no mess, no fuss, and it's a good value for the price point that they are. And I do really like how bright these buildings are with their enormous amounts of LED lights. They put out a lot of light compared to buildings from other manufacturers. In fact, let me turn off some lights so we can see the illumination a little bit better. So they have LED strips under this facade here, the roof eave or whatever you want to call it. So that kind of illuminates all the bays and walls here and the whole gas station area. We have those LEDs in the 6 gas pump globes and those 8 LEDs up on top to illuminate the shell sign. Illumination also gets these shell signs on either side of the building as well. So, yeah, overall, it's a great looking building. Glad to have it here on the layout. Now, if you are a regular viewer of my channel, you might be wondering, uh-oh, Chris went ahead and got another Menards building. Where's he going to put it now? That's always the challenge. So many buildings, so little space. Well, I do have this area right here up front and center, which I've really used for my videos, unboxings, my little workshop, basically. So I might just plop it there for now, although that will make doing other videos more difficult. And maybe I'll just have a rotation of buildings. Switch them out, change it up, get a little change of scenery. We'll see. One day I will expand this layout another 4 foot to the left, so that will give me a little bit more real estate to work with. But unfortunately here in Texas, no basements, so I'm not able to have as expansive layout as what I would want. Unless someday I'm able to buy a huge property and build some kind of giant barn just for trains. That would be nice. In the meantime, I got to work with what we got. Reference, here's the underside of the building. A little pigtail. You can see some of the interior wiring there and where they have that motor for the sign. So we're not going to mess with those wires too much right now. Just going to keep everything in there. Now, back in 2018, this building did sell for $89.99. And if you had it shipped, of course, that'd be the additional fees of having it shipped and processing and tax and so forth. But that was the price point, and they did also release this building in HO scale as well. So there we have it. I hope you enjoyed checking out this building with me. Perhaps at a later date, we will check out some of those other gas stations that Menards has released over the years. But, well, we had to start with one, and I think Wally's is definitely a very good one to start with here. So, great to have it here on the layout and featured on the channel. Go ahead, run a couple trains, and in the meantime, please do give us a like and subscribe to the channel if you have not already done so. Really appreciate it. Helps us out with the YouTube algorithm. And check out our other videos. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful day. We'll see you next time. Here on Other Side of the Tracks. What you doing?
Yeah.
Okay, Chloe, what do you think about the Menards Wally service station building?
Well, looks realistic.
Yeah?
There's Jack. And,
What?
and he has dog food.
That's right. Jack's dog food is just down there, so we won't go hungry. What else do you like about it?
about like there's gas. So when my dad goes to get gas,
Yeah, I can get gas there.
I'm not able to.
Oil cans.
And there's like tires. There's a vending machine with soda.
What kind of soda?
Pepsi Cola.
You like Pepsi Cola?
I like Pepsi and Coca Cola.
Oh, okay. Yeah?
I like fake dust.
Fake dust. Yeah.
And like they put like just like little cracks, so like it looks like it was like built like a long time ago.
Yeah, it makes it more realistic looking and old. Awesome.
And there's people, only 3.
Yeah. And the puppy.
And why the two garages at
Wally's.
Yeah.
Service station. You see one for the tires, the other one's for lubrication for the cars.
garage.
It's a service garage. Yeah.
But like we don't know what's inside because there's like mostly wires, things that like make that thing that like there's wires in the building to like make that spin. I touched it and like wobbled.
Well, thankfully you didn't break it.
I am so soft.
Oh, okay.
And like all of the windows are just dark. It's like it's just blinds.
Yeah.
Even though gas stations do not have blinds.
Okay. You like it though?
I could just go shopping with Jack or something.
Sounds good. Okay, say bye-bye.
Bye.